Well, we are not that tall. We are much shorter. There we go. A while. Oh, I don't even know what this question is. I don't even know where I'm going with this answer. Where's one that I haven't done yet? Let's restart that one. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a quick Q&A. I realized that I didn't answer any of the questions that I had put on my story before I was gonna leave for Denver, but that is because when I was getting to the airport, I thought if I get there 3 hours early, which is what they recommend, I would have so much time to answer your questions and it would be totally fine. However, this is a good tip for anyone planning to travel anytime soon. Get there 3 hours early, maybe even 3.5, because it literally took me the entire time, and then I just made it for my flight. So if you are gonna travel like internationally, definitely give yourself more time, because I had no time to even eat before my flight. So I was like surviving off of the plane food, which was, as we all know, not the best. So today I thought I would just run through a lot of the Q&A questions that I got. So I'm gonna pop it up onto my story. It'll probably take me a little bit to find it because, as you guys know from following me, I post a lot of stories. Oh, the lighting changed. That's okay. All right, here we go. I think some of the sun is back too. If the lighting does go in and out, my sincerest apologies. There's literally like a giant window right here. So there's not much control of the lighting that I have right now. So first question being, how was your chiropractor appointment? Okay, so this is because I made this on my story before I left, but I was literally sitting down, training my clients, and I pinched my hip, and then it was so sore, and I knew I left for Denver like literally the next day, so I rushed to my chiropractor on Thursday morning. I was like, I need you to fix me before I leave Friday morning. My hip is 100% better. My chiropractor is literally magical. I say this, and a lot of people are like, okay, what do you mean magical? But every single person that I've sent to my chiropractor, literally insane. So he is Dr. David O'Connor at Bayview Chiropractic. I swear to God, if you have anything wrong with you, he is a magician and he'll fix you and make you feel like 100%. I've been going to him since I was like really little, or young I should say, because I still am really little, and he's absolutely amazing. Next question, life goals. Oh my goodness, that is so broad. Life goals. For me, honestly, I'm gonna do the cheesy one where it's like, as long as I'm always happy doing whatever I'm doing, that's obviously what I want, and my health and my family and everything like that. My life goal is just to make sure that everyone around me is happy and healthy. In terms of things that are a little bit more specific, one of my life goals right now would definitely become more focused on my YouTube channel, hence this video. But I do really want to focus on my YouTube channel a little bit more, get videos out to you guys at least once a week. I was doing that for a while, and then I got busy, and I hate using that word because busy doesn't really exist. It's like what you make time for. So one of my life goals is to prioritize a little bit more of my social medias a little bit better, and make sure that I'm pushing out content consistently through all platforms, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube. Okay, moving on to the next question, which is, how did you become part of the Gymshark team? This is honestly such a popular question, and I see it all the time on other athletes' pages, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what they say, but basically there is no secret sauce. There is nothing secret about like, oh, this is what I did to get part of Gymshark or whatever like that. It's honestly just, I would say the biggest thing is being consistent and being genuine to yourself. Never be posting things that you think other brands or other people want to be seeing, because you can definitely not necessarily tell all the time, but I would say that it does come across differently, because I think when you're posting content you truly enjoy, like you can just see it on the person's face, you can see it how they talk on their stories or even in their comments or just anything like that. So just always be as genuine as you can, and I think that's the best answer. You can tell by looking at any of the athletes' content that they truly love exactly what they're doing, exactly what they're posting, and they're not doing it for anyone else but themselves. So I think that would be the secret sauce everyone is looking for that answer. Next one we have, what do you particularly avoid in your diet to stay fit? So I'm someone who loves food. I'm a foodie. If I could eat chips all day and still be physically fit and healthy, I definitely would. In terms of things that like I focus on for my diet, I don't limit myself too much. I'm a person who recently started counting macros again since competing, but overall, like as long as it fits in my macros, it's not something where I'm gonna be like, no, like you can't have it. I definitely think having a good relationship with food is essential for someone who is in the fitness industry. I did used to have a very unhealthy relationship with food when I was going into that bodybuilding stuff, which is kind of the reason why I haven't ever wanted to compete as a pro again. But in terms of things that I avoid, like if I know I'm going to be eating out on the weekend, I'm not going to go out on Friday, Thursday and be like, oh my God, I'm going to get like ice cream and donuts and stuff like that. Like I definitely do try to have a good sense of like that 80-20 rule. Like 80% of the time I'm eating clean, 20% of the time I'm allowing myself to have things that are a little bit less good for me. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be like sweets. Like it can be like, maybe I want a bunch of cheese because I love cheese. But I know on like a regular basis, obviously consuming copious amounts of cheese isn't good for my like overall like diet, as well as just like aesthetically as well. So for me, the number one focus is how my body feels after consuming the food, like the functionality of my body after. But then obviously there is that small little aesthetic piece as well, but functionality comes first for me. Do you think that dogs can change your fate? Because I think they can. Honestly, I think dogs are too good for people. So I fully believe dogs could probably change your fate because dogs are amazing and I love dogs. What is your ethnicity and when did you start gymnastics? Okay, so I always get so confused with like the difference between race and ethnicity. So I'm just gonna say it and hopefully it fits into one of those. I'm Chinese. I was born in China, but I am Canadian, so I'm a Canadian citizen. I don't know if that helps at all. Hopefully that does. Moving on to the second part of that question, which is when did I start gymnastics? Or is it when did I start gymnastics? I lost it. Give me a second. Yeah, when did you start gymnastics? I started gymnastics when I was really young, so I think like 3 or 4 years old. That's when I started gymnastics. A little person, a little baby. I definitely suggest if you are wanting to get your child in gymnastics, the younger they are, the better it is. And I don't mean like competitively, like I just mean like if you want them to like move and gain coordination and like self-awareness and how their body moves in space, definitely do it as a child because it helps a ton in like older life. Next question. Why do I always do that? How old are you and what would you say to a 20-year-old? Okay, so I am 25, so I don't really know if that in 5 years has a really big difference, but I think the biggest thing that I would tell myself as a 20-year-old is when I was 20, I cared so much about what people thought. Like I'd be like, oh my God, if I do this, is this person gonna think this? Blah, blah, blah. And I would like overthink a lot of situations and I used to have a ton of anxiety. And I'm not saying that I don't have it now, like I definitely do have a little bit of anxiety through some things, but I've learned that not caring is one of like the best things that you can do for yourself because realistically, the person across the room at the restaurant may judge you for sure. They probably are. In all honesty, they probably are. But do you care? Like, are you ever gonna see that person again? Are they gonna influence your life in a way that actually matters? So that's kind of where I've thought that's probably the best advice I would give myself as a 20-year-old. Like, sure, yeah, you kind of have to accept the fact that people are kind of annoying and will judge you, but do you care? Like, are they influential in your life? Do you look up to them? Are they someone you're gonna talk to, etc., etc.? So I think that would be the best advice I'd give a 20-year-old. Where am I from? I am from Toronto, Ontario. I say Toronto, Ontario, but I'm really 40 minutes-ish north of Toronto, but Toronto's just easier. And then in terms of, I guess that's the end of the question. Okay, we're done. Next. Top 3 favorites from the upcoming Gymshark release. Okay, so this Q&A was from a while ago. So I think it was after Mercury and stuff like that. But I'm gonna go through my favorites from the current release. I'm just gonna go grab them so I can show. The Super Plus, because I literally brought all my Gymshark new releases with me because I knew I was gonna do a try-on haul after this video. So we're doing like a lot of YouTube videos today. We're doing this Q&A, we're gonna do a try-on haul. Maybe I'll do something else, I don't know. But Vital, Seamless, and Energy is from the new releases. These are my all-time favorite shorts. I love Energy and I love Vital, so in general, love shorts. My least favorite item out of everything is probably the full-length long sleeve, just because 1, it's summer for me, and 2, I just don't usually work out in like full-length long sleeves because I tend to just get like too hot, but I do wear them to work. So like I'll wear them to like train my own clients, but if you're talking about like strictly like working out clothes, my shorts are my favorite, the sports bras, and then probably like the crop tops, like the Energy crop tops, because Vital Seamless doesn't have them, but the Energy ones I really like. So these are the Vital Shorts 2.0. They are so comfortable. So I get an extra small in all my bottoms. I will tell you that before I do put them on, and I don't know if anyone else does this, but I'll literally just like stretch the waistband in my arms and kind of like walk around my room until I get them a little bit more broken into. One thing that I like about them is that the leggings at the bottom, I don't know if you can see, but there's like a thicker hem right there. I'll try to show you in the lighter pair so it's easier to see, but basically that prevents it from like riding up your butt. So like once you place it in a spot, it stays there and it's so good. And then what I like about the 2.0s versus I guess the original like 1.0, if that makes sense, is the detailing. So the speckles are a lot more detailed in the 2.0. And it cinches in at the waist, so really nice. So that is it. In terms of color waves, actually, this is another release. This one technically isn't in the one coming up, but I just want to show it anyways because I really like it. This is the Adapt sports bra. Oh my goodness, I posted a story in it, and it comes with like leggings, crop top, and sports bra. I got the entire thing just because one, I really like the color red, and two, I was just like, Adapt is one of my favorite lines as well. So that's one of my favorites. In terms of Vital Seamless colors, I think this color is so cute. I haven't tried it on yet, so I don't know if it's squat proof. That will be in my next video, which is gonna be the try on haul, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But this is what it looks like. Super cute, super lime green. And another favorite, and I know this is everyone's favorite. I haven't really tried these on myself yet, so I don't know if they're my favorite, but a lot of people like the brown Vital as well as the green Vital. I don't really wear darker colors as much. If I am gonna wear a darker color, it's just black. So I will try these on and I will let you know. But as you can see with like the lighter colors, not just the black ones, tons of detailing, super cute. And that's the Vital Seamless. Why aren't you a pro gymnast? This is a funny question because I feel like when I post on my Instagram, especially during the Olympics, everyone was commenting like, why aren't you in the Olympics? Why aren't you in Tokyo? And I wanna say, thank you so much for thinking I'm so good. But if you look at some of the gymnasts at the Olympics, I am like an ant. I am nowhere close to what they do or what they're capable of. But I really do appreciate you guys believing in me. I definitely think that I am acrobatic, but in terms of gymnastics and being able to like do vault or bars or beam, even floor, we're a little bit far off, but I do appreciate it. Who's the handsome doggo? So if you guys remember, the image for this Q&A was like a really cute golden retriever, and that is my sister's dog, Jax. Literally the cutest dog in the world. He was such a cute little puppy. And then she's got another dog, Dinah, who's the other golden retriever that I often post in my stories because they're just the cutest animals in the world. And like I said before, dogs don't deserve humans, or humans don't deserve dogs. We don't deserve dogs. They are so good. And I just love dogs, so. But this one is, what is the best time for stretching, morning or night? Both. I know it's unrealistic sometimes depending on people's schedules, but if you can do, this is really nice paper. If you can do stretching in the morning, just like before you wake up and get your day going, that would be really great. And then before you go to bed, just to kind of like shake off that stress would be really good. I don't know what I just did there. A movement. I just replayed it in my head. And I was like, ew. Sorry, that was my mom. But definitely stretch both morning and night if you can. If not, try to at least stretch 3 times a week. As you get better and more consistent with it, you can start adding it into your routine a little bit more often. What makes you happy other than moving? My friends make me so happy. And I think this is something that's really important to know, is that the people you surround yourself with directly correlate with how you feel about yourself. So if you surround yourself with people who are really negative and don't like to build you up or don't like to support you, then you're gonna have a lot more self-doubt in yourself. Whereas you surround yourself with people who are like, you got this, you're the best person ever, you are amazing. And like, I don't mean everyone needs to be like that, obviously, but it's really good just to make sure that you do have that like hype friend who's there to like, one, tell you how it is, but also two, to be like, yeah, it is how it is, like you're really sick. So if you guys ever need a hype friend, I'm that person for you. I can hype you up, I can be your best friend. Just saying. But I think that's what makes me really happy, is just having a really good group of friends who are so diverse in their areas of expertise, as well as just like, I don't know, like life advice. It's just good to have that range of like different people in your life. The question everybody loves to ask is how I do everything in my socks. And my white socks, they're not really, are these ones white? Actually, these ones are pretty clean. My white socks are like now a staple of my life. Like, I don't think I could switch colors. I think if I showed up on my Instagram with like purple socks, you guys would be like, whoa, what the heck? But white socks, I honestly, one, I just don't like bare feet on like public places. I think it's just gross. Because you don't know who other bare feet has been on there, and I think it's just nasty. So that's why I'm always in socks. And the reason why I wear socks too is because I find I actually get a lot of the times better grip on turf than with bare feet because, I don't know, when I train in bare feet, I just don't like it. The only time I'll be in bare feet is like maybe a gymnastics gym when I know I have to like slide on the floor and then take off. Then I'll be in bare feet, but most of the time I'll try to make it work in socks. Last one will be, have you ever struggled with body insecurity after an injury or surgery? Okay, this is a good one to end on. Okay, well, first, because I'm talking a lot, I wanted a drink. And this is delicious. So I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's a refreshment from One Kitchen, because I'm in the One Hotel right now. The ingredients is cold pressed pineapple and apple juices, fresh lemon juice, and mint. Delicious. Anyways, so this one had to do, the question was, have I ever had any body insecurities post-injury or post-surgery? So knock on wood, there's wood everywhere in here. I haven't had a surgery yet, other than just having like my wisdom teeth out. In terms of injuries, I definitely have had my fair share of like minor injuries, I would say. So in terms of like body image in general, this is something that I don't really talk about too much on my Instagram, but like body image is something that I definitely do struggle with. And it's not because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like huge, or oh my gosh, I'm not strong. Like, I know I am like fit and strong, but I know I also don't fit the social norm of like fitness. You know what I mean? Like those girls who have like shredded abs or like more defined arms, or maybe like less broad shoulders and like big glutes, tiny waist, like all that stuff. So that being said, I'm aware that I don't fit the typical fitness aesthetic for girls, because if you look at me, and I'll stand up in a second, I'm not like the most lean individual, and I'll say that wholeheartedly, and I mean that in like not a bad way, because I am a functional athlete. So some people might come at me being like, well, you can be functional and super lean too, but the way I train, I'm not training to be lean, I'm training to just be functional. And like I said, I like enjoying food, I like having my time off. Like, I'm a very balanced type person, so obviously, yes, aesthetics matters to me, but not at the not at the expense of like overall like life happiness, if that makes sense. So here I am body wise, and I'll fully show everything because I feel like this is a really great way for me to be transparent with everyone. So this is what I look like, just like relaxed in front and from the side. Oh my gosh, I'm getting nervous. Like, there's a lot of people on Instagram who just feel like they need to share their 2 cents about it. They need to be like, one second, I'm gonna switch views. And oh, did I zoom in? I zoomed in. This is much better. Anyways, I feel like there's a lot of people on social media who like to put in their 2 cents of like, wow, she's so muscular but fluffy. Like, I've gotten that comment. And I've also gotten one where it's like, oh, like if she just got her nutrition together, she'd have everything. But that is like, you read those comments and you're like, it doesn't matter, they're fine. But at the same time, I'm only human. I definitely do feel insecure about them sometimes. So I guess a really long-winded answer to all of this was like, yes, I definitely do have body insecurities. But at the same time, I try to balance it out by telling myself things like, one, does that person even matter? Because again, people judge you, don't care about who they are. That's really important. 2, is how I look and how I function and how I live my life giving me overall happiness? Am I able to do everything that I want to do? Yes. Would it be awesome to be leaner? For sure. But would that strictness and that like approach to like how I eat and stuff like that put me back in a bad place with food? Like, it's just, I consider my insecurities, but I also consider like my mental health towards like how I want to handle it and how I want to approach it. So for me, I just try to be as mindful as possible. I still try to make sure that I'm working out, doing my like checklist for the day that makes me feel good. And the body that I get as a byproduct is the body that I have. So I love what my body can do. I'm definitely someone to function over aesthetics. But that being said, obviously I totally understand where body insecurities come from. So trying to end this video on a positive note, because I definitely think that this subject is a little bit more touchy and one that I haven't really covered too much on my Instagram. But I hopefully that was helpful for someone out there who has a similar approach to body aesthetics and insecurities and stuff like that. But just make sure that overall, if you are happy with how you look and your body's doing what you want it to do, that is really important, because nobody else matters. I'm gonna do one more question because I feel like that one was super serious. Let's do like a really fun one. Like, my height, little sad face, as if this person is like sad for my height. I am 5'125". Everyone always says the quarter doesn't matter. It does, because otherwise if I say I'm 5 foot, people always assume 4'11". So now that we've ended on a nice happy note that I'm 5'125", I'm gonna say goodbye, and this was the last bit of the Q&A. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, found it helpful, and if you did, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you guys next time very shortly, because I'm about to do the Gymshark haul, so that will be up really quick as well. So see you guys soon. Bye.